Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of The Charming Empire along Kagemitsu Togawa's route. And let's see, he's being our tutor and teaching us how to properly pour tea and such. Let's see what else he has in store for us today. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. When will he get here? After breakfast, I impatiently gaze at the door. It's almost time for Kagemitsu to be here. I know he's coming to teach me, not to have tea or anything, but still. Kagemitsu's lessons are a lot of fun. In fact, they're the most fun I have all day. Well, I'm not allowed to do anything else.
It's me. Can I come in?
Come on in. I turn away from the door and sit up in my chair. It's embarrassing if I look like I was waiting for him. Kagemitsu doesn't seem to notice what I'm thinking and turns to me.
Good morning. Did something good happen?
Huh? Why do you ask?
You look kind of excited.
I'm not excited. I'm just normal. I quickly put on a natural smile so I don't look too suspicious. He said I always wear my feelings on my sleeve. Is that really true? Probably. Since I woke up a bit earlier this morning, I had to wait for Kagemitsu a little longer. That's why I couldn't wait for him to come.
Really? Oh, I thought you were used to the palace by now.
Kagemitsu sighs. He's the only one I can talk to in the palace.
I know it's not your fault. You're Soshi's sister and this country's princess, so making friends around here must be hard.
Well, pretty much impossible. Yeah. My voice trails off as the atmosphere gets heavier between us. Kagemitsu puts on a cheerful voice to change the subject and tries to make me feel better.
By the way, there was a new trinket shop on the main street when I went to town yesterday. It was full of girls your age.
Take me there! He tells me how he saw a lace parasol there. Apparently, the shop sells popular local and foreign goods. I saw some girls my age when I came to the capital, and they were all dressed so cutely.
There's a lot of Western influences coming in lately, so there are more high-class kimonos than before.
Really? I think back to the people I saw when I first came to the capital. They were so fun to look at, with their colorful fancy clothes. I wish I could go into town. My wish suddenly slips out. Kagemitsu looks troubled.
I would take you with me if I could, but...
I can barely walk free around the palace. It's an impossible dream that I'd be allowed into town. What if I wore a disguise? I sigh and look down at my desk. Not even Kagemitsu can go against Soshi. It's no use. I should just give up.
Sorry for talking about town when you can't even go there. I just wanted to make you feel better.
It's okay. It's the thought that counts. I know it's not Kagemitsu's fault, but I don't feel any better.
Hey, can you come here a minute?
Kagemitsu suddenly stands up and motions me over to him. What is it? I walk over to him as I'm told. As soon as I'm by his side, he opens the curtains.
You can see all of town from here.
Get me a telescope. I gaze out the window. I've been so nervous since I came to the palace that I've never properly looked outside. I see people walking in the distance. They look like colorful dots rushing to and fro because of their bright clothes. I can't hear anything from this far away, but I'm sure it's loud and bustling.
Well, let's go there together someday.
Please. Kagemitsu smiles at me, but there's hesitation on his face. He doesn't even know if that will ever be possible. Well, I know of a secret passage here in my wall. He's so kind to say that, even though he can't promise me anything. Yeah, thank you. All I can do is thank him. The next day...
Well, let's have class outside today.
Kagemitsu comes empty-handed into my room with a smile. What? Outside? Even though I'm not supposed to leave my room?
Oh well, I can't take you outside of the palace grounds, but...
Then, what do you mean?
I want us to have class in the palace garden today.
The garden? Did Soshi say I'm allowed to leave my room?
Oh well, it's part of your lesson. You don't have to worry about a thing.
I wonder if this is really okay, or if Soshi will get mad at Kagemitsu. As I start getting anxious, Kagemitsu is already at the door waiting for me. He's being nice enough to invite me, so I might as well. I muster up the courage to walk to the door. I think he knows what he's doing. Wow, it's so pretty. When we get to the garden, it's full of flowers. I stick my nose in one. I'm overcome by a sweet, graceful smell. They smell great, too.
We have gardeners to maintain it. We have flowers for each season here.
I hear Kagemitsu walk up behind me. Thank you for bringing me here.
Sure, glad you feel better.
Huh? Did I look sad? I worry that I was too obvious.
I told you wear your feelings on your sleeve.
Oh, that's right. It looks like I did it again. I put my hands on my cheeks and sigh. I'll try to be more careful about that. Kagemitsu looks surprised.
Well, you don't have to be careful about anything. Just be yourself. Well, that's what I want anyway.
Huh? What does he mean by that? Kagemitsu ignores my confusion and continues into the garden.
The flowers keep going. Let's take a walk.
Okay. For a while, I just gazed at the flowers at Kagemitsu's side. Wow, I didn't know you could do this. Some interesting red and white flowers are arranged in an archway in front of us. I've never seen anything like it.
You seem to be having fun.
When I look back, Kagemitsu is looking at me with a kind smile. Even though he always smiles at me, for some reason I get nervous and look away. Are these flowers from abroad?
You have a good eye. This archway is made entirely of flowers from other countries.
There are a bunch of flowers I've never seen before farther down the archway. They're all well taken care of, and their petals gracefully spread open. You seem to know a lot about the garden.
I like flowers, so I come here often.
Kagemitsu and flowers. His kind personality seems to match flowers perfectly. We continue through the garden until I find a group of tiny flowers. Oh, what's this?
Those are daisies. You've probably seen them growing in the wild.
Yes, they used to grow near my home in the countryside. I suddenly have a flashback to the days when Soshi, Kagemitsu, and I used to play in the fields. I remember them blooming in the field where we used to play when we were kids. I crouch down to look at the daisies more closely, and Kagemitsu kneels down to join me.
Yeah, I remember that too. We used to run through the fields and take naps there, and the time would just fly by.
We were so carefree back then. I never thought we would grow as apart and estranged as we are today. We had so much fun back then.
We did. Things might have been different if we had grown up together.
Oh, if only. I think about how much Soshi has changed since back then. I hate how I always think about Soshi when I'm in the palace, even though Kagemitsu's brought me here to take my mind off things.
Hey, do you know what daisy means in flower language?
Kagemitsu peers at my troubled face. Flower language? I didn't know that even wildflowers have their own meanings.
Well, I mean simplicity and purity. They look like it too. Daisies are small but sweet, and it's calming just to look at them.
I glance at Kagemitsu's profile. I've been too nervous to look at him so far. This is the first time I'm getting a good look at his face. Traces of his childhood self are mixed in with his new masculine look. It's been a long time. Kagemitsu looks at me as I reminisce. When our eyes meet, I quickly look away.
Actually, this flower is just like you.
Huh? I keep my head down, not knowing what to say. Is he just being nice? I'm not sweet and pure at all.
Do you think I'm just being nice?
No, I mean, I'm not like a daisy at all.
I thought you'd say that. But I'm not just being nice. You were cute as a kid, but now you're beautiful.
He's nonchalant about his praise, but I get so red that I can't look him in the eye. Great, now I can't even look at him. I didn't expect him to say that. Why am I getting so worked up about this? How embarrassing. My ears feel hot, so I'm sure they're red. Even though my head is down, Kagemitsu can probably tell I'm blushing.
What's wrong?
Kagemitsu sounds worried. Oh no, and now I'm making him worry. I was just spacing out, that's all. I was just spacing out. Don't worry about me. Kagemitsu looks puzzled at my rushed explanation before finally speaking up.
Oh, are you tired from being out here so long? Maybe I should take you back to your room.
I really want to stay out here with him, but I guess I should just give up for today and go with the flow of the conversation. Why? Just say you're not tired. Just say, I meant it, I spaced out. Then you can spend some more time with him. I can't tell him that his compliment made me blush. You don't have to say that, just like I said. Kagemitsu and I cut our garden walk short. I don't know if it counts as studying, but we made a promise to visit the garden again. Oh, his chapters are so short. Well, like I said, at least that helps save my voice. A little short video here and there. If I have enough time, to squeeze in things, maybe I can post 2 videos a day at some points. Or 1 a day instead of every other day. I don't know, we'll see how things work out. Of course, that would all be assuming that I actually get time again. I'm having enough trouble just keeping up what I'm doing right now. Well, anyway, hope to see you in that next video or some of my other ones, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.